Welcome to the beginning of season 4 of our Leeds United Creamer, where last episode we wrapped up the season 3 in which we won the FA Cup and we qualified for the Champions League for a second season in a row. We have 180 million to spend to improve this team, and there is going to be some improvements made. I think Calabria is gone, honestly. If I can find a better right back, he is probably gone. Joe Gomez, I'm iffy about. Weston McKennie, he is looking like he's going to be gone. Francisco Cancelo, he's either going to be gone or dropped to the bench. Brendan Aronson is an interesting one because at first, I was just skimming through. At first, I was going to go ahead and put him on the transfer list, and he actually was transfer listed. But now, I'm trying to transition him into a right winger. He has good crossing for it. He has good agility for it. He has good his free kick accuracy is actually insane from what it was last season. That's a big jump from the season before. Good ball control, good balance, good agility. He's high, so he's actually probably a better right mid than a right winger. But we'll bring him as a right winger, and I will actually probably decrease that because I can to make him a high medium or a high low. Marquinhos, he is probably going to go ahead and go out if I am to go ahead and just stick with Francisco Cancelo. Some players I want to bring in. Gabriel Martinelli, I want to bring in possibly. I was thinking about bringing him on for a right wing. Possibly bringing him in to challenge for that starting spot over St. Maximin or completely just giving it to St. Maximin. Kamavinga for the midfield, I think he'd be a great addition. Cruz, I could bring in a backup striker, a third string striker realistically, just as a youth player and have him grow possibly. I could also bring back the other guy that we have on loan, that young striker that grew plus 10. Romero, I was thinking about bringing him in, but if I am going the route with Francisco on the bench and Brendan Aronson out wide, I will probably do that instead. And then Aquino, I was thinking about bringing in a different keeper, but if I bring in a different keeper, I want to bring in a keeper to replace Meslier. I'm going to have to go find a cam, though, to definitely replace Brendan Aronson. And Weston McKennie has, in fact, been sold. He's on his way to Manchester United for around 72 million. We will get a big transfer boost in our budget. And we might be able to spend big here, and I mean like big here. But he is on his way to Man United. He did good for us for these first 3 seasons. But it's time to move on. And it's time to bring in fresh players into the squad. And Kamavinga is walking through the front doors. Our new midfield replacement is here, and he is coming from Leicester City for 90 million. He's going to be 150k a week. He will be our main starting, I almost said striker, main starting center mid alongside Zinchenko, with Tyler Adams possibly as on the bench as well as Martic as well, who is growing rapidly, 18 years old, and he's already at 81 years old. But Kamavinga joins Leeds United. Marquinhos has been sold. He's on his way to Turkey, to Galatasaray for 30 million as well. We are going on the route with Brendan Aronson becoming on cam. Richie loaned out to Newcastle as well for this season. And Brendan Aronson is ready to transition into a right winger, and he actually jumps up to an 88 overall as well. Now, the only thing I can see that he needs improvement on is shot power, volleys, and vision, to be honest. Other than that, like, everything is kind of fine for him. Maybe even composure. If I could get vision and composure in nicely, I can't. Weak foot, can I improve his weak foot? I can, but I have to improve his shooting, so I'll go ahead and improve his weak foot a little bit and see what happens. And then we'll go ahead and go and find a cam now. And Martin Odegaard is joining the squad for 89 million. We have a new cam to replace him, which Brendan Aronson was that starting cam. Now, obviously, a right winger. Martin Odegaard comes into the squad. This team is actually looking disgusting now, and we're not done yet. We have one more player that I want to bring in for possibly the bench or possibly to be a starter. Y'all know who it is. But Martin Odegaard joins for 89 mil. And Gabriel Martinelli joins the squad to possibly replace St. Maximin, but for sure as a backup player to St. Maximin if they ever fall off. They'll kind of switch interchange. Gallanos, he will kind of move to a reserve for now. But Gabriel Martinelli joins the squad for 66 million, something like that. It was around 66, 69 million with a 10% selling clause. He joins from Arsenal. And our team, our starting 11 is looking real nice. I can't lie. It's real nice. Maybe 2 more positions as in goalkeeper and right back, but other than that, we're looking real good here. And we go ahead and bring in a new right back, Diego Dalot. He will join from Real Madrid, the man who locked us down last season when we got knocked out in the Champions League. He now joins the squad and replace for Calabria, who we include in the swap deal, plus 30 million. So Diego Dalot pretty much joins for only around 30 million pounds, dollars, sterling, whatever it is on the game. But we have a new right back in town. Sergio Dest will continue to remain to be the backup right back, and he's actually kind of growing quickly as well. But Diego Dalot is a good signing for us. And we go ahead and bring in another center back. Alessandro Santos will join from Lazio for 42 million. 81 years old. 81 overall, 18 years old. He will be a backup for Joe Gomez and Hikape. We technically didn't have any more backups because Richie's back out on loan. So we bring him in for 42 million. And the last signing of the summer is 16-year-old Enzo Fede. He will join from PSG, a keeper who is 81 overall. So we spent a big chunk on him. He will be the understudy now for Meslier to look to take over his spot either throughout this season or next season for sure. So Meslier will stay as number 1, but Enzo Fede is there, and he will battle for that number 1 keeper spot. And that is our signings done for the summer. A whopping 200 some mil spent. We are officially out of money. We have 11 million to spend left, and that is just not good enough for anybody in this day and age. So our team is set. And so this is a team. We have St. Maximin, Georgino Rutter, Brandon Aronson, Odegaard, Zinchenko, Camavinga in the midfield, Dalot as our right back, Gomez, who remains as a center back with Hincape to his left, and Cucurella, Vahi, Martinelli, Francisco Modric, Tyler Adams, Santos, and Serginho Dest on the bench. Martinelli and St. Maximin are going to switch in between each other. One of those is going to get the starting role for sure this season. And our first game of the season is against Man City. And it is Man City up first. Foden, Haaland, Bergwijn, De Bruyne, Philip, Silva, Cancelo, Bastoni, Diaz, Kabori, Ederson in net. We have Meslier, Cucurella, Hincape, Gomez, Dalot. You already know the team. Let's get into it. Haaland, Bergwijn, KDB, Meslier can't make the save. And Kevin De Bruyne has a lead for Man City. Crossed in. Zinchenko's there to clear it as far out as Bernardo Silva, though. He gets past Odegaard. And Odegaard plays in for Haaland. The Norwegian opponent makes it 2-0. I said Odegaard played that ball into Haaland. I have a way with words, apparently.
Could get even better here.
Easily getting past Cucurella now. Bergwijn in for Haaland. Gomez defending. Gomez can't defend, and Haaland crossed in for KDB, and that's a brace for KDB, and that's 3-0 for City. Brendan Aronson down the flank. Brendan Aronson, can we at least get one goal? Martinelli back post, maybe? No. The ball's awful. It will fall for Rutter, though. But he has Haaland on his back. He gets past him. Georgino Rutter makes a fantastic run, and he gets one back. I mean, we won't get back in the game, but Georgino Rutter's off on the mark already. No, we can't. I'm just going to send it up the field, see what happens. Bastoni's going to win that ball, and we will lose the first game of the season. 3-1 to City. Not where we want to be. We want to challenge for the league this year for sure. as well as the Champions League. I kind of want to win the quadruple if I can. Episode only obviously one game in the first episode of the day. We did win the Community Shield against Liverpool on 5-4 on penalties, so I guess that's a consolation, I guess. But next episode we have Everton, Leicester City, Nottingham Forest, and then maybe the start of the Champions League game is there. We'll see who we get in our groups. Go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.